Standard servos are great for basic projects, but what happens when you need more power, faster speed, and smoother motion? If you push a standard servos like an MG995 past its 6 to 9 volts, you will literally smoke the tiny PCB. Today on Engineering Robotics, we are going to remove the internal weak brains of the standard servos and upgrading it to a beefy external edge bridge and an ESP32. This modification unlocks higher voltage, significantly more torque, and give us silky-smooth PID control. All configurable on the fly via custom WebUI. Before we build, let's talk about why we are doing this. Standard servos are limited by their internal electronics. Not only they are restricted to low voltage, but they are rarely get the full range of motion out of them. Have you ever hooked up a servo to the standard servo tester and noticed it doesn't quite reach the 180 degree on a 180 degree servo? This is because most testers only output standard PWM range from 1000 to 2000 microseconds. The physical gear inside the servo can actually travel further, but the signal limiting them. By taking over the brain with an ESP32, we can push the true mechanical limit to the hardware. First, we need to open up the servo and locate the small internal PCB. In here, this is the connection for motor and this is the connection for the potentiometer. We need to wire the motor to our edge bridge and potentiometer to our ESP32. For motor, I recommend to use higher gauge wires. For potentiometer, this is our feedback sensor. Solder 3 wires to it. The outer 2 pin goes to our ESP32 3.3 and ground. The middle pin, the wiper, goes directly to the analog input of the ESP32. After that, you can close the servo. This is the wiring. For powering the motor, we are going to use an edge bridge motor driver like L298N module. You could use other edge bridge to handle heavy lifting. This also allows us to increase the voltage. Connect 2 wires from the servo DC motor to the output terminal of the edge bridge. Connect the potentiometer to the ESP32. Connect the motor driver input to the PWM capable GPIO on your ESP32. Share the common ground. With the hardware ready, it is time for the software. I have written a custom firmware for the ESP32 that hosts its own Wi-Fi hotspot. You can find all the codes. The link is in the description. You can upload the code. Simply connect to the ESP32's network from your phone or PC and open the WebUI. Through the WebUI, you have total control. If the motor is continuously rotating rather than holding position, you may need to swap the in1 and in2 wires. You can adjust the proportional, integral, and derivative, the PID values in real time. This lets you tune the motor for incredibly smooth, jitter-free rotation, even under heavy loads. Because we are having direct access to the potentiometer, we can map the exact minimum and maximum angle. You should set the software limit to match the absolute physical limit of the potentiometer, easily achieving the true 180 degree sweep. For my servo, it is 180 degree maximum, so I set 180 degree sweep. If you are having 360 degree servo, that means you will have a 360 degree potentiometer. So in here, you should set 360 degree for maximum angle. We ran the motor via WebUI control. You can change that to PWM or analog control. The PWM control is the standard flight controllers use, and the analog is for controlling the motor with a potentiometer. I'll be using a servo tester to show you that it is now having 180 degree sweep. You can also adjust the gear ratio if you're going to use additional gears. By bypassing the stock electronics, we turned our cheap hobby servo into highly tunable, heavy-duty actuator for custom projects. If you found this mod helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more robotics engineering videos. All the code and wiring diagram are in the description. See you in the next one.